Welcome to the Gurukul Prep Daily Podcast on 21st July. Update 1. Important Day. Guru Purnima, July 21. The holy day of Guru Purnima, which honors spiritual mentors and educators, falls on 21st July this year. The celebration is significant for Hindus, Buddhists, and Jains who thank their gurus for giving their wisdom and expertise. Guru Purnima, also known as Buddha Purnima and Vyasa Purnima, is observed on the full moon day of the Hindu month of Ashadha. The occasion commemorates the birth of Ved Vyasa, the author of the Mahabharata, but its fundamental emphasis is the guru-disciple relationship. As India celebrates Guru Purnima, it is a timely reminder of teachers' invaluable role in shaping individuals and society. Update 2. Awards. Nobel laureate Rigoberta Menchú receives prestigious Gandhi Mandala Award 2020. Rigoberta Menchú, a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, received the Gandhi Mandala Award for 2020. This prize was awarded on Nelson Mandela's 106th birthday. As per the Gandhi Mandala Foundation, the award honors those that promote peace, harmony, and values shared by Gandhi and Mandela, such as community service and social development. The Dalai Lama was the recipient of this distinguished award in 2019. This year, the award has been bestowed upon Guatemalan human rights activist Rigoberta Menchú, who has devoted her life to advocating for indigenous rights. Update 3. Awards. AIFF Awards 2024, Chhangte, Indumati win top male and female awards. India and Mumbai City FC winger Lallianzuala Chhangte and national women's team midfielder Indumati Kathiresan received the All India Football Federation's AIFF Male and Female Player of the Year 2023-24 awards, respectively. The awards were presented during a reception hosted by the National Football Federation. The 27-year-old Chhangte recently extended his contract with Mumbai City FC till the end of the 2026-27 season. Indumati, 30, represents Odisha FC in the Indian Women's League, IWL, besides marshalling the midfield for the national team. Update 4. Economy. Government of India upgrades IRCTC to Schedule A, CPSE. Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation, IRCTC, a mini-Ratna PSU under the Ministry of Railways, has achieved a milestone in its 25th year of operation by joining the prestigious group of Scheduled A public sector undertakings of the Government of India. On this occasion, Sanjay Kumar Jain, Chairman and Managing Director of IRCTC, said, IRCTC's promotion to a Schedule A category PSU is indeed a significant achievement as it signifies IRCTC's robust performance. This recognition positively reflects IRCTC's management, operations, and contribution to the hospitality, travel, and tourism sectors under the Ministry of Railways. It's a testament to the hard work and dedication of everyone involved with IRCTC over its 25-year journey. Update 5. International. Belarus to introduce 90-day visa-free regime for 35 European countries. Belarus will establish visa-free travel for 35 European nations, according to a statement on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs official website. According to a report from Xinhua News Agency, the policy goes into effect on 19th July and will last until 31st December 2024. Citizens of 35 countries, including the European Union and the United Kingdom, can stay in Belarus for up to 30 days without a visa. The visa-free policy can be used multiple times and shall not exceed 90 days within a year. This policy does not apply to holders of special diplomatic and official passports. Update 6. Miscellaneous. Kiran Rijiju inaugurates Lok Samvardhan Parv in New Delhi. Kiran Rijiju, Union Minister for Minority Affairs and Parliamentary Affairs, officially opened Lok Samvardhan Parv in New Delhi. As part of its 100-day initiative, the Ministry of Minority Affairs conducts Lok Samvardhan Parv to highlight its schemes, programs, and achievements. It also highlights collaborative operations with partner organizations and success stories from its many schemes. The minister released a coffee table book on the ministry's schemes and achievements. Update 7. National Union Minister Shri Jyotiraditya M. Scindia released The Future is Now as the theme for India Mobile Congress 2024. Shri Jyotiraditya M. Scindia, Minister for Communications and Development of the Northeastern Region, laid out the theme for the India Mobile Congress 2024, The Future is Now. The theme represents India's position at the forefront of technological evolution, and IMC 2024 will bring together global leaders, visionaries, pioneers, and innovators to work together and actively shape the technologies that are transforming our world today, where the future is more than just a concept, it is a reality. Shri Scindia also launched the Indian Mobile Congress 2024 application and website, a unique interactive app for registration. Update 8. Obituary. Vietnam's Communist Party chief Nguyen Phu Trong dies at 80. Nguyen Phu Trong, the General Secretary of Vietnam's ruling Communist Party and the country's most powerful leader, died after months of illness, according to official media. He was 80. Trong has controlled Vietnamese politics since 2011, when he was named party chief. Throughout his term, he strove to strengthen the Communist Party's position in Vietnam's single-party political system. In the decade before he took the top role in Vietnamese politics, the balance of power had shifted more toward the governmental wing led by then Prime Minister Nguyen Tan Dung. Update 9. Rank and Report. Adani Ports gets a rating upgrade from ICRA. ICRA Ratings Agency has raised the Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone (APSEZ) rating to AA stable from A+ stable. The company's long-term fund-based and non-fund-based facilities, non-convertible debentures, NCDs, and commercial papers have all been upgraded to AA stable. The upgrading follows a Bloomberg News story stating that the corporation wanted to increase its investment to 100 billion rupees, $1.2 billion, to expand its southern India transshipment container port. Citing people with knowledge of the matter, the report said the company is looking to lure some of the world's largest ships. Update 10. Schemes and Committees. RBI forms panel to review fee structure for white label ATMs. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has formed a committee to assess the charge structure for white label ATMs, WLAs. According to sources familiar with the situation, this group will assess present rules and procedures with the goal of recommending a fair and sustainable model that balances the interests of all parties. An assessment will be done on fee structure, existing ATM infrastructure, and international best practices, stated a bank executive, adding that the committee will present its findings to Deputy Governor T. Ravi Shankar.